Borderline personality disorder. Those of us with borderline, are we entitled? I've been accused of being entitled a lot. So much that I start to believe that maybe I am, in fact, entitled. The way I feel about myself, I wouldn't think that I deserve anything or that I should have anything or anything should just come to me just because I exist. I think deep down subconsciously, though, I do expect the world to give me whatever I want. I do feel that I deserve it, that it is owed to me. I suspect that a lot of others with BPD might have this same thing going on. Then again, I could be completely full of it. This is just a theory, something I actually only came up with moments before turning on the camera. I haven't put much thought into it. It's just one of those things I was thinking about. I was thinking of all the times I've been called entitled, trying to figure out why I come across that way. So once I thought about it for a little bit, here's what I came up with. My childhood was not the best, was not the most pleasant. From what I know about people who develop borderline, usually come from a rocky, troubled childhood. There was usually some kind of neglect, abuse. It was very unstable. As a child living through things like that, you only have a child's mind to go off of. The children have only been on this planet for a little bit of time. I consider myself to be getting up there in age, to be getting old. I have quite a few years of experience to fall back on. The 2-year-old does not. The 2-year-old has 2 years of experience to fall back on. And I'm not even sure if he could use that 2 years really. Not in the same capacity that I could use the last 10 years to fall back on. Every experience is new. I don't really experience anything new anymore. Occasionally, but the wonder is gone, the awe of it, the newness. Even in something new that I've never done, I still have preconceived notions and all of this that nothing is really new. I've done research on it and I have past events to fall back on. And the 2-year-old doesn't. Everything is completely freaking new and wonderful and glorious. It can be. I mean, experiences can be wonderful and glorious. At the same time, they could be horrific and terrifying. And when I see the wonder in a kid's eyes, that just when they see something just completely new, it's amazing. I've also seen pure terror in a kid. It was my fault. It was an accident. I forget that kids are easily frightened. When I scared this kid, the terror was so genuine. It was, I saw the color drain out of him as he ran away. And that was just playful, just kind of joking around terror, not watching somebody that you love and care about be beat in front of you and shoved into an oven or something. When us borderlines are younger and we're in environments that are abusive, neglectful, and we don't have any of those past experiences to fall back on. At first, I do believe that we think that it is normal, it is the way that everything is, it's just the way life is. We have we have nothing to contradict that. Then as we get older, we start to realize that we got the short end of the stick, for the most part. You don't really hear about the abuse and all that as much. It's probably going on, but people keep it quiet, especially when you're younger, you don't really hear about it. Kids that are being abused don't talk about it because they feel like it's their fault or they're ashamed and they don't know what to do about it. Parents don't talk about it. So everything is just happy, lovely, rosy, peachy, snow cream filled blowjobs and unicorn kisses. You start to think that you're the only one that has this crappy life. And you continue to keep growing. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks this way. But whenever I've done something extremely hard and challenging, I do expect afterwards to get some kind of reward of something that would be equally easy and pleasurable. I did all of this hard stuff, so now I must be rewarded with some easy stuff that I want to do. The reality of life is that that is not the case. There is not always a reward for the hardships that we go through, nor is there always punishment to those who hurt others. It's not always justice. It doesn't always balance out. Karma doesn't always work out. Growing up as a child in an abusive situation, then seeing that that was not normal, that I was going through something that other children didn't have to, that it was harder for me than them. Also, as I was growing up, getting this mentality or this thought process that there was a counterbalance in the universe. For all the hardships that I went through, then there would be good things that would come from it. That the scales would tip back in my favor somewhere, which has never happened. I think that's where my entitlement comes from. I feel like the world owes me something, or that everybody owes me something, for the simple fact that the scales have not tipped back in my favor from all the crap I had to go through. It's always just been an uphill struggle. I feel that my struggle was harder than others, so I feel like I deserve something from it. And was my struggle harder than anybody else's? No, in honesty, no. It doesn't matter. Everybody's struggles are equally as hard. They're just hard in different ways. And it's all in perspective. They say you can't understand someone until you walked a mile in their pajamas or something like that. Or worn their underwear for a day, something like that. So until we've worn their underwear for a day, you really don't know what it's like to be them or their struggles or their pain. I'm going to see if I can work on my entitlement issues now that I think I've figured it out. Maybe if the scales tip, then I won't feel so entitled. Maybe I'd feel more entitled. Who knows? Like I was saying, I just came up with this whole thing mere minutes ago. I'd like to hear your point of view on it. Do you think I'm onto something? Does it make sense at all? Or does it just sound like a bunch of brain garbage? Let me know in the comments section below. If you've not yet subscribed, now's that perfect opportunity to hit the subscribe button. It's right there. Just go ahead and click it. Join us. You're going to join us eventually. If you would like more videos and would like to support this channel, you could check out my Patreon page. There's a link in the description below. Until next time, keep on keeping on.
If you wanna be my baby, get ready for some bullshit, 'cause I'm like fucking crazy, fucking crazy. If you wanna be my baby, get ready for some bullshit, 'cause I'm like fucking crazy, fucking crazy.